We are live with another one, guys. Okay, we are live with another one, and this is my UFC fight predictions for UFC 315. Okay, I promise you guys I'll be on here, and I wanted to get on here live and put this on here because I wanted to be out. I wanted to be one of the first to put out my UFC, fight predictions. All right, let's start at the bottom, guys. All right, beginning this fight card. Okay, in the early prelims. Okay, we got Brad Katona versus Bekzag Amakian. Amakan. Um, a lot of people have Bekzag winning this fight. I guess they're looking at him and he's like the better overall fighter. You know, uh, Anywhere this fight basically goes, Begzag is gonna look good. You know what I mean? He's the safe fighter to pick in my opinion. If had to put your money on it or something like that. That's the way people are looking at it. From the people that I'm talking to. But in my opinion, if I had to pick somebody, I'm going for Brad Katona, guys. I remember this guy in the Ultimate Fighter. He was just a tough son of a bitch, and he's just been, one of those guys. He's had some tough losses. Had to leave the UFC, ended up winning, a few fights, getting on a win streak, coming back into the UFC. Now he's back into the UFC. Um, I think Brad Katoni is just one of those guys that he's just a tough fight for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're a good overall fighter. He's gonna be tough everywhere as well. So, and one thing that I like about Brad Katona is that the dude is always game, man. You know what I mean? And he does come with, you know, power and great combination and stand up. So I'm going for Brad Katona for this fight, guys. All right, moving on. All right, moving on from this one, we got Daniel Santos versus Zhang Yang Li. All right. Um, this is a tough one, man. This is a tough one for me. Man, they both look like they both look like they could both win. You know what I mean? Daniel Santos could go out there, hit him with a combination, drop him, ended up submitting him or something. But Jing Yang Lee, I like I like his style of fighting, and I like the fact that he's also one of those guys that he's tough. He's a tough dude. And let me look at something real fast. I just want to look something up really fast. He is coming off of a loss, but before that loss, I mean, in the last three, he's 2-1, and that's Zheng Yang Li. Um, yeah. So in the last three, he's 2-1. He's recently lost. Santos is coming off of a win, and you know, uh, in the last three fights, Santos has the same record, 2-1. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like a toss up for this one. But if I had to pick somebody, man, I'm gonna go with Zhang Yang Li. I think Zhang Yang Li goes out there. He puts fists to cuffs and he ends up winning that fight, guys. Okay. All right, moving on to the middleweight division, guys. Okay, the middleweight division. All right, we got Mark Andre Boyalt versus Breno Silva, and wait, what? What? Wait, well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. I don't think I made a prediction for this one. Holy shit. I guess I'm gonna have to make a prediction for this one right on the fly. What's up, guys? How you doing? Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. Okay. All right, I appreciate you guys. This is my UFC fight predictions right here. I guess I didn't make a prediction for this one, guys. Hold on a second. Yeah, I guess why didn't I? Why did I? Why didn't I? Oh, okay. That's why. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the subscription, guys. I appreciate that. But yeah, we got Mark Andre versus Breno Silva. This is another one. I don't know what the UFC is doing right now. You know what I mean? I really don't know what the UFC is doing. I'm just being honest. Um, this is another one where I mean, how are you gonna pick? Like, I can't pick Mark. I can't pick Mark to win this fight. I mean, he's on he's like a 3 fight losing streak. The guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's on a 3 fight losing streak. Um, and how do you pick Santos? You know what I mean? I mean, he's on a 3 fight losing streak, so it's like I don't know what the UFC is doing these days. But if I had to pick somebody, man, I think I'm gonna pick Bueno Silva to win this fight. Most likely, hopefully, goes out there. They both probably gonna wet the bed, guys. Okay. Not the most exciting fight, you know what I mean. If somebody gets knocked out, you should be happy. But yeah, both guys are in a 3 fight losing streak. There's nothing exciting about this fight at all. Um, but if I'm picking someone, I'm picking Breno Solo. Okay, moving on from that one, guys. All right, we got Navajo Sterling versus Ivan Erslan. Um, you know, I Ivan had a good fight last time. You know what I mean? Ivan in his last, goal, he had a good fight. He lost by split decision. Some people thought he won that fight. You know what I mean? But he did lose that fight. Um, Sterling, he's on a one fight winning streak. So if I'm gonna pick somebody, I'm gonna go for Sterling, man. I think Navajo Sterling goes out there, makes it a fight, most likely goes to unanimous decision, and I see Sterling most likely winning a unanimous decision over Ivan. That's what I see, man. All right, moving to the light heavyweight division, guys. Uh, we got we got Modestas versus uh Kudalaba. Can't even pronounce his name. Um, this dude, he is on a tear. You know what I mean? Kudalaba, he is on a tear. He's like on a 2 fight win streak or whatnot. He's doing really well. I just don't like his style. You know what I mean? What just happened? I just don't like his style of fighting. You know what I mean? He goes out there. He's always trying to take somebody's heads off. Is either he gets knocked out or his opponent gets knocked out, so to speak. Um, both guys have similar records. They both like 2-1 in their last three. Once again, the UFC just doing what they do. But if I have to pick somebody, I think Modesta goes out there, most likely wins by I don't know. Let me see. Probably wins by knockout. Probably wins by knockout. So yeah, Modestas wins by knockout. That's my prediction for that fight. All right, moving on to the women's flyweight bout. Okay. What's good, man? What's good? How you doing, guys? Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, guys. Okay, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. This is my UFC 315 fight predictions. Okay, we got Jessica Andrade versus Jasmine. Uh, I can't pronounce her last name. Jasmine J. Um, I just think Jasmine is not gonna be able to take Jessica Andrade's experience. I think Jessica Andrade is, she's gonna go out there, she's gonna headhunt, she's gonna, try to really back up Jasmine against the fence in order to land some punches. And I see Jessica Andrade just most likely winning that fight. A lot of people don't see that, but I'm going for Jessica Andrade for that one, and I think she ends up winning that fight, guys. All right, we got Mike Mullet. This is a welterweight bout. Moving on, we got Mike Mullet versus Charles Raddick. Um, I like both guys. I really like both guys. I think both guys they both bring it. It's always a fight. Um, you know, Mike, he's won some, so he's won some, he lost some. He's lost some important ones like against Magny. But he is another one of those fighters who's in his last three, he's 2-1. Charles, I believe he has a similar record. You know what I mean? He's in his last three. He is 2-1 as well. He's lost to he's lost to Carlos Plates by knockout in the first round. So it's a tough one to really predict here. Both guys really look similar, but if I had to pick somebody, I think Charles is gonna take this one. I think this one goes to another decision. Unanimous decision there. It goes to the judges. And I think Charles ends up taking that one. All right, we got Saint Denis versus Kyle. Um, and in my opinion, guys, for this one, man, I just think Saint Denis is gonna go in there and put fisticuffs, man. I think he's gonna go in there, and he's just gonna be mean, man. And I think Saint Denis ends up taking that fight. This one I'm gonna predict for Saint Denis, man. I think he's looking for a win, and he's gonna go out there and get it. So that's that prediction. All right, we go into the women's flyweight bout here, guys. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to the main card. I mean, to the main event. We got Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva. All right. Um, I like Silva, but I just think Grasso is just so experienced. Even in that loss against Valentina Shevchenko, she still looked you know, like even though she lost, because of her wrestling and whatnot, I still believe that she's still championship material. And I think that division is gonna be in a stack, in a stack in a position where Alexa Grasso beats Silva, and now like who's next, right? Who's next to fight Valentina? So the UFC has to figure that one out because I do see Alexa Grasso ends up. I think Alexa Grasso ends up taking this fight against Silva and just outbox her. And I think she could beat her everywhere. So I think Alexa Grasso ends up taking that fight, guys. Moving on, I mean, come on, this is a bantamweight bout against the legend, okay? Jose Aldo versus Sahabi. Uh, Amen Sahabi. I can't pick against Jose Aldo. I'm not picking against Jose Aldo. That's an easy one for me. I think Jose Aldo goes out there and most likely wins by decision. Keeps it safe. You know what I mean? I mean, Jose Aldo is just a monster. I mean, he's the only guy who stuffed Marab takedowns. I mean, Marab went for like 18 takedowns, and Jose Aldo stuffed 18 takedowns. I mean, it's amazing. Jose Aldo is amazing, even at his age. What? Wow, somebody just tried to steal something from my bank account. Wow, that's funny. All right, and I mean, guys, this gets easier and easier as it gets to the main event. We got Valentina Shevchenko versus Manyan Farah, and I think This is the easy one for me, guys. I mean, how do you predict a fight against Valentina Shevchenko? She's just a monster. There's just no way that I see Valentina Shevchenko, losing anything. You know what I mean? She's not losing that belt against Min Yan. I just don't see it. I think Valentina goes in there, finishes her quickly. Either by stoppage or submission. She could be here anywhere. I'm moving on from that one, guys. We got Bilal Muhammad versus JDM, and guys, I am not, gonna pick against Bilal Muhammad. That's not happening. I think Bilal Muhammad goes in there, dominates Jack, and Jack just learns that there's levels to this shit, and Bilal Muhammad ends up taking the fight, guys. You know what I mean? That's my UFC fight prediction for this card, guys. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I think Bilal Muhammad just dominates. I don't see where Jack can win the fight. You know what I mean? A lot of people think Jack is gonna outstrike Bilal Muhammad, but we saw Bilal Muhammad outstrike, Leon Edwards, and Leon Edwards is a legendary striker, especially in the welterweight division. I mean, we saw what he did to Usman, knocked him out in the last round with minutes, to go. So I go for Bilal Muhammad, man. I think he's gonna win this fight. Uh, I'll say I don't know anything about boxing. Yeah, I don't know much about boxing either right now, especially that the last event was just sucked, to be honest with you guys. The last event was horrible, man. It really was. Um, I am gonna give it time to watch the UFC countdown. You know what I mean? I do want to watch that UFC countdown and give it a try. See what's that all about. You know what I mean? Even though it's gonna be the same thing that it always is. You know what I mean? There's nothing new about it. The UFC just the creative team. They need to be more creative. You know what I mean? That's why it's called a creative team. But unfortunately, they're not as creative as we hope. But I am gonna watch this, and yeah, guys, I just that's my UFC fight predictions, man. I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know what you think on the comments, man. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. I appreciate all you guys, and I'm out of here, man. I have to start my day. But you guys have a good one, man. I'm out of here. Yeah, one love. Peace. Until next time, y'all.